All right, guys. So the workouts have been released for the Masters athletes, and I thought I would just chat about them real quick. It's exciting. It's fun. I'm really ready to get going. I'm gonna turn up this light just a smidge right there. And um, my thought on these workouts is that it looks like a pretty well-rounded test so far. It's always hard to program for these large events, and I don't know. I'm pretty happy. At first, the events, I was like, oh, I'm nervous about these events. I'm super nervous. I'm just not sure what to expect with these events. And then as I dug down into them, I'm like, actually, I think I really like this one. I really like this one. I really like this one. So I've been having fun today watching the individual athletes go through their morning where they were biking and doing toes to bar and chest to bar. And the controversies around that this morning were really fun to watch. And then the storm came through. Organize all my stuff, kind of reorganize my gym bag, everything that I want to take to the facility tomorrow. And I actually went after the briefings today. So they take us to do just a general orientation on like what it's like to be at the CrossFit Games and what to expect as an athlete, how everything's supposed to work, and what the rules are, like what you're supposed to wear. Like I can't wear this hat, but I'm wearing this hat right now because it's kind of fun. And thanks, Frank. Thanks for the good luck, man. And all the different rules, all the various rules in general. And then we went out and practiced a couple of elements that we hadn't even known were going to be part of the actual workouts, because the workouts hadn't been released yet. So we walk over to North Park, and the North Park warm-up area. That's the big giant green field. And right then I'm refreshing my screen, and I see 6 events come up. And there they are. We've got the 6 events. Okay. And there's 2 more events that they'll release later, but the first 6 events look really good. So we got to go out and practice. One of the events has an obstacle run. So it's event like 4 or 5. So it'll be on Friday, where we will literally do like muscle ups and then an obstacle run. And then we'll do snatches, then an obstacle run. And the obstacle is just this big giant log that we've got to jump over. It's like a hurdle, but it's too tall to jump over. So you got to like leap over it. So we got to practice leaping over this damn thing. Not super easy. There are some people where it's just like they're just naturals going over this thing. For me, I was like, okay, I've got this. I think I can do this. I really think I can. So we practiced that. We practiced what it would be like to put a belt on and do some weighted pull-ups. One of our workouts is a 1 rep max weighted pull-up, which I'll talk about in a second. So we got to practice that, like getting set up, getting the chain on and what all that feels like, which was pretty cool. Then we went inside. They were swapping us around. Went inside and we practiced carrying these big sandbag things. They're the ones that the elite athletes will carry. 200 pounds. It's a big red bag that's flat. I don't know what it's specifically called. We'll look at it when we review workouts over the next couple of days. We'll carry jugs and we'll do wall balls in the midst of it. 40-pound or 20-pound wall balls. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. In between each one of those, we're carrying a sandbag, or carrying these like sort of farmer carry thing, or we're pushing a sled. Really interesting workout. So we had to practice all of that. We got to practice handstand walking over an obstacle, even though we didn't even know if that was what we were supposed to have. We're just like whatever equipment they had, was practicing shit on that. So that was pretty cool and kind of fun. And then we got to look at these workouts. So I thought I would go and pull these up and talk about my thoughts on the workouts. Maybe I'll pull it up here. And we take a look at this first workout where tomorrow I start with this workout. It's called 3 ways down. And it starts with a 1,400 meter run. Then you go 4 rope climbs, kind of taller rope climbs, like 3 big pulls for me, probably 21 dumbbells shoulder to overhead with 70-pound dumbbells. That's legit and very heavy. Like, okay, 70-pound dumbbells is really going to be tough here. Then we go to 1,200 meter run. The 1,200 meter run into 3 rope climbs to 15 shoulder overhead with 70-pound dumbbells. Then we've got an 800 meter run, 2 rope climbs, 9 shoulder to overhead. And everything sounds good there. I think it's just going to be an all-out sprint. Really going to have to crush that sprint because it's just going to be that tough. That sprint. I mean, I'm sorry. That let me just reset. I just reset my screen and got all distracted. So the run is going to be fast. For me, I'm just going to go fast on that run. I'm going to push it. I'm going to push it hard because I can recover on the rope climbs. They're tough, but I'm going to be recovering from the run on the rope climbs, go into the shoulder overhead, break up those sets appropriately. And then after that 21st rep, you have to shoulder it and carry it to the next station, then set it down, then go for that run. Really careful. You can't drop those things from overhead. I'm just literally going to take them straight to the ground. Not going to do anything crazy with them. It's pretty straightforward, but for me, it's just going to be a fast and hard run. Pushing the rope climbs literally as quick as I can, because there's some tall dudes in my age group that can really rep out some rope climbs. It's going to be really challenging. And then the shoulder to overhead, 70-pound dumbbell shoulder to overheads. I don't think I've ever done them. I don't think I've ever done them that heavy ever. So that's going to be a really interesting element. But I think I'm going to win. I think I'm going to win that event tomorrow. I'm going to give it all I got. I want that win. I really want that win. Really, really want that win. Okay, that's event number 1. Then event number 2, let me switch over to it here. Let's go back. Event 2, Max Trio. And with Max Trio, I know it's really small on the screen. It's 3 max efforts back to back to back. So we start with a 5-minute max effort on the bike erg. So good thing I do a lot of bike erg. I'm actually leaning against my bike erg right here. It's right behind me. It's holding this light. This is literally, I don't know if you can see, this is my bike erg right there. So I do a good amount of work on the bike. I love it. So I'm really excited to push myself. I will push that hard because, the next, so it'll be 5 minutes on that, right into 3 minutes to establish a max weighted strict pull-up. So I haven't done that. Like, I don't even know in years. I don't know. I have no idea how I can do on a max strict pull-up. So 3 minutes is not a lot of time to test that. Probably going to get 4 reps in, maybe 5 reps, maybe 5. That seems tight. So probably 4 good reps to give that a shot. No idea. A lot of that is going to be coordinating, getting the weight onto the belt and the strap, and just getting 1 rep out of the way and then making adjustments from there. Really interesting. Then you go right into a 1 rep max front squat. So I've got this hip thing. That's annoying. But I think in the heat of battle, I think I'll be able to do a pretty decent front squat. I will not win the front squat. There's some big dudes there, really big dudes that will lift heavy on that front. But the cool thing about this score is it is your calories on the bike plus your pull-up weight plus your bike weight. I wish you used your body weight in that too. That'd be great. I got some body weight, 192 pounds of body weight to add to that. But you add the calories plus the weights, that's your total score, which means that you can sell out on any one of those individual elements, and that can be really good for you. So I'm pretty excited for that workout. It's just, I think, max effort all across the board. I don't see any reason to hold back. There's no reason to hold back on the bike. That's just me. I'm just going to go for it. And the last workout is a skills chipper. So it's similar to what the individuals did today. I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit. So the skills chipper, we start with 1 pegboard climb. Now, I have very little experience with the pegboard, which is unfortunate because there's no pegboard in the thanks, Brian. There's no pegboard in the warm-up area. None. So my first chance touching a pegboard will be in competition. That's annoying. It's really annoying. I know I've done it in the past. I've done it a couple of years ago, but I'm annoyed that we don't have a way to practice that. It's just one of those elements where, like, God, we should be able to practice that. And I should have practiced it before. Found a gym where they have a pegboard, but I just haven't. So I will do my best to carefully get through that. We go into 50 double unders. No big deal. Speed through those. 25 strict handstand push-ups. That is probably 2 sets, maybe 1 set. Maybe 1 set. Adrenaline will be kicking. We'll see how it goes. But if I get close to failure, I'll drop and shake it off and finish it. But I think it may be unbroken. Then 50 double unders. Then 25 pistol squats. Now, on the pistol squats, we have to do 12 on one leg, 13 on the other leg. That's random and interesting. So I will, my right leg is the leg that's a little bit tricky. It's a little sore. So I'll do 12 on that right leg to kick it off with, 13 on the left leg, move on from that, 50 double unders, 25 GHDs as freaking fast as I can, because that's where it's like, now it's downhill. After the pistols, it's a downhill race. 25 GHDs, super fast, 50 double unders, and then a handstand walk over an obstacle. It's actually a 30-foot handstand walk. It's a pretty long handstand walk, plus the obstacle. get past that line and go to the finish. And I will aim to crush that workout. Those are the 3 workouts we start with tomorrow. In the middle of all that, we'll have opening ceremony. So it's actually going to be a really busy day. I have to plan my eating really well. I think I'll be eating breakfast, heading in, and I'll do event 1. I'll have a snack with me to refuel into event 2. And then I will come back to the rig, change, opening ceremonies, hopefully be able to get back to the rig. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to come back to the rig from there, and then refuel, change my clothes again, go off to the final event. One of the events is on the field. 2 of the events are in the Coliseum. So that'll be a really fun day. The field is the first one, the run. All running is and shoulder to overhead and rope climbs. That's all on the field. Super hot out there. It's great. I love it, but it's early in the morning. My heat time gathers at like 8:50 a.m. our time here. They don't have when we're actually going online yet. There's no actual heat times online that I can find. So hopefully I'll be able to post those to Instagram tomorrow to have that updated so you could tune in to YouTube CrossFit and watch that specifically. I think and then the other 2 events, the next one's in the Coliseum, the max reps and the max lifts are in the Coliseum. And then the afternoon shipper with the double unders, pegboard, all that stuff, that's in the Coliseum in the afternoon. I think everything looks really good. I'm pretty happy about everything. The only thing I don't love is that the running workout in the morning, they have 40 to 44, 45 to 49 men and women all going at the same time. That's 40 people on the field. That's literally 4 different groups of people on the field at one time. And they'll be covering that with YouTube probably, or on the CrossFit channel, which is totally fine. But how do you actually pay attention to anyone with a field of 40 people? And wrong, maybe it'll all work out, but that's just a little, like, I don't know, like, how can't they just break that up? We'll do men and women in our age group, men and women in the next age group. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really care. It's totally fine. It's kind of like they covered all men and all women going this morning. Those are big heats on the bikes. So I guess that's kind of the same idea. Really big heats were going into the run and the rope climb business. That's totally cool. So we'll see how it goes. I think I can win event 1. I think I'll do okay in event 2, top 5 event 2. I think event 3 could be another possible win, or possible top 3, definitely top 3, hopefully a win. These are all just thoughts. I hope I can do all that. I hope that works. I'm not trying to be like, overly cocky in any way. This is, I want to set a mindset. I think this is kind of where I'm going to be in these workouts. So that's my update for this afternoon, guys, or this evening. I am going to go shower with my boys. You got to walk down to this shower spot. We're going to go get showers, sit back, relax. I'm actually going to jump onto YouTube and watch some of the individual events from this evening that I haven't been able to watch. So don't tell me who wins anything. I don't know anything at this point. I just want to be a spectator. I love the sport. I love watching all this stuff as well. So guys, thanks for your questions. Thanks for your well wishes. Excuse me. And it's off to the races. This thing starts tomorrow and we are going. All right. See you next time. Share, subscribe, do all those things.